What's up guys, Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. In today's video, I'm going to showcase a very powerful crit rifle build utilizing the Diamondback. In my previous rifle build, which is for solo or group play, I saw a lot of comments stating that the Diamondback is really good, especially if you're on console. It's a great weapon to utilize because it always crits and you get amplified damage. I thought to myself, let me give it a try. I tried many different combinations with it because I didn't want to make it a headshot build because I want you guys on console, whatever platform you're playing on, to not have to just always go for headshots, because a lot of my builds I know I do favor towards PC because I'm a PC player now. So I tried the Vigilance Fox's Press setup with Contractor's Gloves, 2 Walker Harris, the perfect Headhunter talent, you know, the usual with Coyote's Mask. I tried all of those and it just didn't feel very strong. I got rushed by waves of NPCs on Legendary, on Heroic, and I felt like the Diamondback consistently had to reload every time an NPC pushes me, therefore I died. But I finally found the perfect way to run the Diamondback with a setup like this, and this is going to be with Negotiators Dilemma. It synergizes perfect. So I'm going to give you a quick summary, then some gameplay, and then you guys can enjoy the full description after the gameplay. I just want to show you this so you have an idea of what you're watching when you look at the gameplay. So with the Diamondback, the whole point is to go for whatever the mark aims at. So it'll be like an orange line that goes towards a random NPC. So Diamondback randomly marks an enemy. So when you see that orange line, sometimes it can be annoying. We want to focus on that. So pay attention to this. So hitting that enemy consumes the mark. So once you hit that guy, you're guaranteeing a critical hit. So you will crit and you'll have amplified damage by 20%. So once you see the Agonizing Bite logo on, you have it for 5 seconds. That what you want to do next is you shoot 1 bullet to the body or to the head, whatever you want, doesn't matter. We can hit 2.5 million a crit to the body, by the way. You want to use your first initial bullet on the marked enemy, and then the next guy, then the next guy. And then you will kill 3 enemies very, very quickly because of the fact we will always be consistently critting. And Negotiator's Dilemma has never really been good with rifles because it's critical hit chance per bullet. So a lot of the time you won't even be critting, and you need to crit to get the shared damage with Negotiator's Dilemma. So this synergizes perfectly well with Negotiator's Dilemma. We have over 240% crit damage. So you shoot one guy, and every shot you hit, if you can get your cards right and shoot the correct enemy that is marked, you can always crit, dishing out huge amounts of damage, over 3 million a headshot. So 2.5 million per body to 3 enemies at once. So you can clear waves of NPCs with ease. And this is going to be a very nice build for console or PC, group or solo. So we have got Spotter. You will see in the video that when you utilize the Tactician Drone, which is this beautiful skill right here, you don't even have to set it up. It can just be hovering above you and you still pulse enemies. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it works incredibly well, and it's got a great duration, and you can just set it up. Sometimes you do get confused with the lines and the orange one from the Diamondback. Just try and single it out. There's an audio cue which lets you know when the Diamondback line is actually active. Then the Catharsis Mask is just too good to pass up to use in a build like this. Grupo is the best. Why? Because we're focusing on crit, because crit damage scales the damage with the Negotiator's Mark. So you want to be spreading the crit, again, as much crit damage as you can, so that you can spread the mark with Negotiator's Dilemma. And the backpack gives us a huge advantage. 100% of the damage is actually is put across to the other enemies who are marked. So it's 100%, not 60, which is crazy. And we also get additional 40%. That's why we have got over 240, because right now we're sitting at 202 plus that 115% headshot damage. You don't need to spec into crit chance at all because the Diamondback automatically crits. We're getting healed from the Catharsis. We're getting more damage from the Catharsis, huge crit damage, and being able to, you know, shoot 1 enemy at a time and killing waves of NPCs with just 1 shot per guy. It synergizes perfectly, and you have to try it to really truly understand what I mean. So enjoy the gameplay, guys. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll go through the full build in detail shortly.
Medical assistance needed.
Heavy contact.
Open. It might be nothing, but it might be something. Is that supposed to be helpful, Earl? 'Cause it isn't. Shut your damn mouth before I shut it for you. Both of you shut up.
Justice is served!
There's half a dozen hostiles, but it doesn't look like they're expecting you.
Find those fuckers and burn them in the pits! You got
Damn it.
Hopefully you guys did enjoy the gameplay. Let's go through the specialization. So the specialization is quite important. I have used sharpshooter because we do get extra headshot damage to rifles, which is really, really nice. And the main thing really is because of the tactician drone. I didn't want to utilize the actual pulse skill hate or the pulse haste mask, the actual Gilligard named version, because I honestly think that could be a waste of damage, even though we can be pulsing all the time. This is perfect because it lets us know where all the enemies are, and our teammates know, especially if we're playing in a group. Because I'll be honest, this build isn't ideal for solo legendary. I would use this in a group on legendary, or playing heroic with a group or solo. It works great in any kind of situation in the game, and this could be your main build. If you try this, I guarantee this could be one of your favorite builds you've ever used. So this is very strong. I'm not going to talk about all the other buffs you actually get, but it is quite nice. And honestly, guys, make sure you do put rifle damage on. Sometimes I forget to do it myself. This drone is very nice. Like I mentioned earlier, it pulses NPCs even when it's not, when you don't actually activate it. It rises, then actually scans them. You can still pulse enemies, which is really, really nice. You know, even if it's following you around, you get it, because spotter is going to be the best. Now, I did try perfect headhunter, but it didn't work that well because I wanted to make a crit build, and spotter, it's consistent damage. We can use obliterate, stack it with the AR, then swap to your rifle, but the reload speed of this gun isn't the greatest. That's probably one of the only drawbacks. You have to time your shots and time your reloading. That's what I've noticed. So imagine 2.5 million damage is shot and spreading it over 3 NPCs at once. I did try the chest piece, by the way, with a Fox's Prayer knee pad, and I know you're probably thinking, why not use that? Crit damage is the best for this. I've done the testing. I don't want to talk about the mathematics behind it, but it's going to be better to use a Grupo chest piece. That's just the fact of the matter here in this build. So it's very strong. You can use something else like Cheska if you don't just want to rely on the Diamondback buff to crit, or you can use Fox's Prayer and the Negotiator's Chest. You adapt the build to suit your own playstyle, test it for yourself, and see what suits your playstyle. So with this 1.3 million armor, imagine we're hitting those high numbers, which is quite impressive. But the main reason for that is because of the diminishing returns from the actual crit. If you go too high, between 185 to 200, over 200, you will see some downsides. But because we've got some blues, it's all right to go that high. You're going to have to test it for yourself. It is too difficult for me to calculate. There's too many different situations involved, and it'll take me too long to figure it out. But I'm sure one of you guys can comment down below exactly what's happening. But to me, this is a nice setup, and the main reason is not just diminishing returns, but one of the other reasons is Catharsis, or should I say the other reason is Catharsis Mask, because this works off of a percentage of our max armor, therefore healing us quite significantly well, and the damage is just too good to pass up. It's a great mask, and I recommend it. I did want to put this in here, even though Coyotes could be better, but that's more for close range, but then you could increase your crit chance, therefore not relying on it. So if you don't want to get the healing, if you don't want the extra damage, you can use Coyotes because you're going to be playing at range. Therefore, you can get up to 25% crit hit chance, therefore taking you from 50% crit chance. So one crit chance roll, and you're not relying on the Diamondback. So that is 100% an option, and I can recommend that. For reasons why is because sometimes this Diamondback marks the wrong NPC that's furthest away from you. It can be very annoying, but you get used to it. You guys know how the gun works. So Cody's mask could be very, very good because of the crit chance. Then we can focus on the crit damage. I think that would be really nice. So just interchange it depending on how you want to play. So the Diamondback, very, very strong. We've got headshot damage and crit damage on it, which is not too bad. It's perfectly what we want here, to be honest. So you guys know how this works. Very good. Nice amplified damage. We hit high numbers with it. Critical hit all the time. It's very, very nice. I wish you could actually mark which player you want it to go to, but normally it goes to the enemy that's more of a threat to you, I noticed, but it's really up to you. So the Kingbreaker is my secondary because of the damaged amplified, or the amplified damage to pulse targets because of the drone. It's up to you. You can use whatever you want. I've gone for this for more crit damage, or with pistol. It's up to you guys. So the 4-piece Negotiators Dilemma with the backpacks. Very important. We get crit chance, crit damage. Then we can actually mark enemies for 20 seconds, which is a long time, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 100% of the damage because of the backpack. Whenever you hit a marked enemy dies, gain 2% crit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until combat ends. Very powerful. You'll see the green bar filling up. Lots of damage, over 3 million when we get it all stacked up. Very, very nice. I've got crit damage and crit, just crit damage and a crit damage modification. That's what you want. So pretty much, guys, depending on how you want to play, you can have as many blues as you want, but I've gone for critical hit damage on every single piece. I think so. Yes, crit damage, because we don't need crit chance, like I said, unless you don't want to rely on the Diamondback buff. It's up to you. So this is going to be nice because, like I mentioned before, when you mark an enemy with the Diamondback, you shoot that guy, don't shoot him again. Shoot the next guy, because you will automatically crit. So you'll be dishing out 2.5 million to 3 million damage to the guy you previously shot, to the next guy, to the next guy. It's like a train of damage, and it consistently takes down waves of NPCs. You got to try it to believe it. It's very, very powerful. Then Catharsis Mask, you guys know the drill. Crit damage modification. Taking damage gives us 30% weapon damage, which is really, really good. And we also get to heal, and it removes status effects, which can be very clutch, especially when you get hit by fire nades in Legendary. So just be careful. If you want to use the Coyote's Mask, go for it. Someone in your team might be using it, so just keep that in mind and talk to them about it, and just inspect your players in your team. But it's up to you. This works really well, and I enjoy it. I didn't showcase it that much in the gameplay, but it is clutch. It does help me a lot. You guys know by now how powerful this is. Grupo is the best piece to use for a negotiators build. The normal piece that gives you incremental damage for the actual rifle, like for example, if we use the Fenris if we're using an assault rifle, that's very good in PvP, but in PvE, when you start stacking all of the crit damage up, the Grupo tends to be the best. Now, this is subject to change depending on what kind of talents you use, so just test it for yourself. That's always the best, because it depends what kind of talents you're using, how much crit you actually put into it, where your diminishing returns start. So just give it a try, but I think this is the best. Spotter is the best talent for this, guys. I tried everything else, and even this is really good if you're on PC, I think, but honestly, this damage is consistent. It's very powerful. Glass Cannon is also probably even better, but you're going to be tanky damage, and I wouldn't use Glass Cannon with the Catharsis Mask because it doesn't make sense. Then I would just go all reds probably. So that's up to you, but I think this combination works incredibly well with all the crit damage rolls. So let's take a look at the skill now. So I would definitely recommend going for duration, 15%. That's the one you get from the specialization. Then scan range, 20%. Very nice. And then this one, it's up to you what kind of mod you have. Armor repair doesn't work. Then you can use a shield. You can use a decoy. That is completely up to you. You can use foam, depending on you guys. That's really, really up to you. Sometimes I use shock traps, whatever you want, depending on what kind of mission you're running. Just have a look and speak to your teammates on what to use to try help them. Or if you're playing solo, the decoy is probably one of the best, if not the best. It takes the aggro away from you. It's really up to you. Then the statistics, as you can see, we have 202% crit damage plus 40, then 115 headshot damage. It's a very powerful build, guys. Honestly, this is, I think once you try this out, it is kind of tricky to use, but once you get used to the marking system, the damage is crazy. The way that you can just systematically take out waves of NPCs methodically, like one by one, it's just really satisfying. Once you hit that first mark guy for 5 seconds, you keep shooting the next ones, and the amount of bullets in your magazine is very nice. You can kill 4 NPCs on Heroic, golden NPCs with 5 bullets. Just, you know, if you hit your shots correctly, it's so powerful. So make sure you do give it a try. If you can hit headshots, go for headshots. But like I always say, guys, it's up to you. This build blew me away. Honestly, it's really fun to use and very powerful. And I want you to let me know in the comments down below. If you don't believe it, try it and let me know what you guys think. If you want to go all reds, Coyote's Mask, you switch it up to suit your own playstyle. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace out.